Hello everyone, I'm Charlie Danis of Capital Athletics, and joining me now, the freshman linebacker Trevor Parker from Capital's football program. Trevor, thanks so much for taking the time to join us today. I'm going to start off the interview with this. You are a native of Hilliard, Ohio, nearby suburb of Columbus, and they got three different high school football programs there. You went to Hilliard-Darby, and the other two are Hilliard-Bradley and Hilliard-Davidson. I counted the kids on the roster, 11 players went to either one of those schools. I want to ask you, is there something in the water? Do your parents feed you something? What makes that area a mass producer of good football players?
I just think it has to do a lot with, we have similar, similar defenses, similar offensive. We both run 4-3. We really, a lot of the stuff is the same, so it's not as big of a transition going from school to school, and I believe that helps a lot. And both Davidson and Darby, they're known for discipline. That's what makes them win football games. They don't have crazy athletes, they win because of discipline, and that's what we need here.
Speaking of Davidson and Darby, two big football rivals. I'm sure that there had to be a little bit of adjustment, like you're used to beating the other guys into submission. Now they're your teammates. Was there a little bit of a transition there as you started your collegiate career, or did you let that be bygones as you started your collegiate career here at Capital?
I was actually kind of worried about that. I thought there might be a little bit of rivalry and whatnot, but honestly, we're both past it. Both teams, we get here, we're on the same team now, we're moving together, and it really wasn't a big transition.
So let's talk about how the season has been going so far for you. Your first year as a freshman here at Capital, what's been the biggest adjustment for you when it comes to going from the high school level to the collegiate level?
I think the biggest adjustment is now going against 22-year-old guys that have been lifting for 8 years now, and I'm obviously behind on the strength curve and the size curve as of right now, and it's just a little bit different getting back to being one of the smaller guys on the field again.
Let's talk a little bit about the defense that you play on. You're on a relatively young defense, not a lot of upperclassmen. In fact, we've been harping on this statistic all season long. 85% of the roster is made up of either freshmen or sophomores. Do you like the direction that the defense is going right now?
I think we have a lot of potential to work with, and I like how we're all building and getting more comfortable. I like that, but being young is an excuse. We still need to get better and finish out the season a lot better than we started.
You play at the linebacker position. How's the linebacking core looked, and have you drawn upon from upperclassmen such as TJ Langermeyer this season?
I have, TJ, RJ, I've also looked up to. He was actually my big brother we sort of had coming into the season, and they've been a lot of help, always answering questions, and big guys to look up to.
So now you turn your attention to Otterbein. This is the rivalry game. This is the big game. We were talking about this with Coach Candido just a moment ago. This is the game that you underline, you circle. You have to win this game. The teams are mere miles away from one another, so there's that crosstown rivalry, so to speak. What have you been told about the Otterbein game as you get set for your first matchup with the Cardinals?
I've just been told, we're looking to turn this program around, and if we want to do something, we want to get this program back on track, it has to start with this week. It's a big confidence builder as far as convincing the fans and stuff that we're getting this program going, and it's just a huge game. If we want to do something this season, this is the one we need to win.
When you watch the film of Otterbein's offense, what do you need to do as a defense, as a linebacking core, that entire defense, what do you need to do to be successful against the Cardinals?
We just need to read our keys and play our gaps. We don't need to go try and make the play ourselves. We just need to make sure we're doing our spot, our 111, and doing what we need to do. And if we do that, we'll be all right.
Let's end the interview with this. I understand that you are a math major currently here at Capital, but you have aspirations of one day going into the military. In fact, you're part of the ROTC currently here at Capital. Why would you want to go into the Army? Like, where did that come from?
It's been my dream since I was a kid. I always wanted to go into the military. My grandpa was served in the military, and I always looked up to him. And my mom not wanting me to go on the front lines suggested going the officer route, and I agreed. It gives me something to do after I retire from the military. And so I just always wanted to go serve our country and, you know, see where that takes me.
All right, well, hey, you got to respect the guy for wanting to serve our country and protect this great land of ours. Thanks so much for taking the time with us. Appreciate it. That was Trevor Parker, freshman linebacker of the Capital football program. He, along with the other Crusaders, they're going to be taking on the Otterbein Cardinals. Big rivalry game at Memorial Stadium, 7 o'clock p.m. start, so it'll be a primetime matchup on the campus of Otterbein University. I'm Charlie Danis for Capital Athletics. We'll see you next time.